You know what's really been bothering me this week? I've received 4 phone calls, 4 different people, all confused and worried because their Social Security deposits didn't show up when they expected. And these aren't careless people. These are responsible Americans who worked their whole lives, paid into the system faithfully, and suddenly found themselves asking, why did my payment change and why didn't anyone explain it? So today, I want to walk you through what's actually happening, especially here in January, in plain, simple English, because honestly, Social Security doesn't do a great job explaining this stuff. Let's start with payment dates, because this is where most confusion comes from. I know we've talked about it before, but for my lovely friends, be patient and listen again. For most people, your Social Security payment date depends on your birthday. Born between the 1st and the 10th, paid on the 2nd Wednesday. Born between the 11th and the 20th, paid on the 3rd Wednesday. Born between the 21st and the 31st, paid on the 4th Wednesday. That's the standard schedule. But here's the part that's catching people off guard. If you started receiving Social Security before May 1997, or if you receive both Social Security and SSI, you are on a completely different schedule. You get paid on the 3rd of every month, or the business day before if the 3rd falls on a weekend or holiday. No birth date rules, just the 3rd period. Why January matters so much. January is tricky because of holidays and timing, and that can affect when money shows up, or doesn't. Let me explain something very important about SSI payments. If you receive SSI only, your January payment actually arrived on December 31st, 2025. Yes, December. That's because January 1st is a federal holiday, and Social Security never sends payments on holidays or weekends. So they paid it early. That was not bonus money. That was your January payment, and it has to last the entire month. I've talked to people who spent that money in late December thinking another payment was coming in January, and then suddenly rent was due and there was nothing left. One woman I spoke to worked her whole life as a nurse. She used that December 31st deposit to help buy Christmas gifts for her grandkids. January came, her rent was due, and she was checking her bank account every day wondering where her payment was. It had already come. Now she's borrowing money from family, and that breaks my heart because this was completely preventable with better explanation. Now let's talk about cost of living adjustment, COLA, for 2026. There is a COLA this year, 2.8%. I know. It doesn't sound like much, especially with today's prices. What does that actually mean? The average Social Security retirement benefit increased by about $56 per month. Is it life-changing? Probably not. But it's your money, and you deserve to know how much you're getting and when it arrives. If you're still working, please listen carefully. If you are under full retirement age and still working, there is an earnings limit. For 2026, that limit is $24,180. If you earn more than that, Social Security withholds $1 for every $2 you earn over the limit. If you reach full retirement age during 2026, the limit is much higher, $65,160, and the penalty is smaller. And once you hit full retirement age, there is no earnings limit at all. You can earn as much as you want and still receive your full benefit. But here's the key January issue. You must report your estimated earnings accurately. If you don't, Social Security can and will withhold future payments to recover overpayments. I've seen people lose entire months of benefits just because they didn't update their earnings estimate. A rule almost nobody knows about, but should. If you retire mid-year, there's something called the first-year rule. Social Security looks at your monthly earnings after retirement, not what you earned earlier in the year. This rule can save you thousands, but only if you know to ask for it and report your earnings correctly. If you're self-employed and collecting Social Security before full retirement age, it's not just about income. It's also about hours worked. Work too many hours, even with low income, and Social Security may decide you're substantially employed and withhold benefits. I've seen this happen, and it can be devastating if you're not prepared. January is also the time to check your Social Security record. Please do this every year. Log into your My Social Security account and review your earnings history. Mistakes happen. And if earnings are missing, your lifetime benefits can be reduced by thousands of dollars. The sooner errors are caught, the easier they are to fix. About direct deposit delays, Social Security is paid electronically for almost everyone now. If you recently changed banks or updated your direct deposit, your payment may be delayed. Always make changes at least 1 full month ahead and confirm they went through. If a payment doesn't arrive, 1. Check with your bank. 2. Wait 3 business days. 3. Then contact Social Security. If needed, visit your local office early in the morning. That's your best chance to get help. My bottom line for you, Social Security is complicated, it's not friendly, and it does a poor job explaining changes, so you have to be proactive. Know your payment schedule. Understand earnings limits. Read the notices, even the boring ones. Keep your information updated. This is your retirement income. Money you paid into for decades. You deserve every dollar on the right day without confusion or stress. Stay connected. Stay informed. And I'll see you in the next video.